guys, welcome back to Inside the Seller Studio. If you noticed, we did not shoot a video last week. We've talked about it a lot, and we've decided that we're probably only going to shoot every other week for Inside the Seller Studio, as YouTube is still very much just a hobby for us, and we could use that time doing other stuff.
Like listing.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I'll be listing.
Sure. We could do that. So what we would have missed last week, we just pushed to this week, which is discussing August sales. So we'll get right to it. I thought we did pretty good this year. I don't know. We're still working up on getting above that $100 a day, which is where we're kind of staying right now. Our August sales were a total of $3,125. That's gross sales. We only sold 79 items, so our average sale price was $39.56. We had 6 items sell over $100, and only 4 items sold below $10. So that's exciting. Like, pumping that up. To put it in perspective, in 2023, oh man, I keep smearing that. In 2023, for August, we sold 119 items for a total of $3,662 in gross sales. We had 12 items less than $10 in 2023, and we actually were right on par with 6 items over $100. Yes. Our most expensive item in 2023 was $330. It was a lot of Nintendo 3DS games, Yokai Watch. We paired together 1, 2, and 3, and we got $330 for it. We did not have a $330 sale this year.
3 being the expensive one, not 1 and 2.
Yeah, one's like $5, I think, or 2 is, I don't remember. But 3 was the expensive one, and we lotted it together. I'll let John go over the highlights of the month this year, this time, since he typically gets to go over the lowlights since they're mostly Nintendo, and it was actually not all Nintendo this time.
But it was probably all my doing.
I did post a snapshot of some highlights and lowlights on our Instagram, and I'm going to try to keep up with that each month. Just a quick overview. Nothing more than just the highlights and lowlights, though. Not go too deep into sales, because we'll still do that inside the Seller Studio. So do you want to do highlights or lowlights first?
I'll let you do the lowlights. Let's get those out of the way.
Let's do the lowlights first. Of course, we have our Nintendo games. We can't not have Nintendo games. We sold Solar Jetman for $6.11 and Breakthrough for $9.69. And then we sold the Book of Life Blu-ray DVD for $9.10. We probably paid like $1 for it at a garage sale. And then we sold a Compact Farms guidebook for $9.11. And that book was one that we picked up when we picked up all of the cookbooks. And we just thought it was interesting, and someone else did too. It's just not worth a lot.
Okay, so we had, she gave me 4 highlights. I'm going to go in order of most expensive first. Our most expensive item was an American Girl clothing set. It was Addie's sewing dress. And it sold for $180.11. I also believe that was our first one from the big sale. We're going to have a lot of that coming up over the next couple months. Then we sold a digital camera, a Nikon Coolpix B500. We sold that for $179.11. Then we sold Davy Jones mask, like a Halloween costume mask from Pirates of the Caribbean. We had purchased that at the flea market to flip, and we sold it for $155. I believe it went to somebody in Germany, which I really hope they bought it to wear at Oktoberfest. And then our final highlight is we bought a set of Callaway Razor X iron golf clubs, and those sold for an offer of $135.24. And we bought that in Arkansas while we were doing something else. We stopped at a Goodwill, and they had just put that golf bag out, and we had purchased it. I believe it was $20 for the whole bag, which there's still another 6 or 7 clubs to be sold.
Oh, wow. That's cool. because they weren't all the same set. They were different.
Correct.
Yeah, the American Girl, that was the first one that sold, and then you'll see it again on September's highlights because we've sold more expensive clothings. It's doing really well. I think we have 2 left to list, and that's for me because I wanted to lot these pieces together, so I'm going to get those listed today. We are kind of creeps. We did pay attention to what some of the other resellers were buying at that garage sale, and we have seen them pop up on eBay. So we've definitely looked at their stores to see, and it's very interesting to compare our store to other resellers in the area because we know that we're all sourcing from the same area. So it's interesting to see the different mindset. I don't want to say they're wrong and we're right, or, they're right and we're wrong. It's different. It's very different. It's very different. There were a couple of different events going on in Oklahoma this weekend for potential sourcing. The first one was one we did not go to. It's called Junklahoma in Piedmont, Oklahoma, which is like northwest of Oklahoma City. I did have to look it up because I have no idea where that's at. And maybe next year we'll go. I don't know. It sounds really cool. They put together this Junklahoma event with their Founders Day. So it's a really big to do. I don't know. It sounds like it could be cool, but it is a 2.5 hour drive from where we are. So it doesn't, I don't know. It's all highway.
Doesn't sound that cool.
It doesn't sound that cool. But it also was the Kansas-Oklahoma 100-mile sale, and we actually do enjoy that one. And while we don't go the full 100 miles, we don't make the full loop around, we do spend a lot of time in the car, but we also stop a lot because there's a lot of little pop-up sales on the side of the road. We did stop at 2 different group sites, and they just did not hit the same this year that they have in past years. It's usually just a big garage sale with all these different vendors, and they've shrunk down one of the group sites and moved it, and it was really small and not as fun to go to. There were a lot more resellers, which obviously we can't dog on resellers because we're resellers. We're there for the same purpose, but we're not. They're there setting up their antique booths, and we are looking for garage sales. So we really heavily went to garage sales in the Bartlesville area and then went up. The weather was really nice. It was 80 degrees, which was still hot when you were in the sun, but it's been worse in previous years. And it didn't rain at all this past week, so we were able to get out in the field and not get stuck or muddy, and there were no concerns. We did have some really good pickups. We filled up the back of the car. What's your favorite pickup that we got yesterday?
I don't know. Well, we bought some more vintage clothing from a garage sale, which you'll see maybe in this week's coming up garage sale video, or maybe next week, depending on how it falls. But we bought, I think, 6 pieces, and the lady, she was trying to do math, and it was really difficult. And I think she just really wanted to charge us 10 cents a piece of clothing, which is phenomenal. I wasn't arguing that. It was just she had a number here in her head and a number there, and I just how about $5 for everything? And then she still wanted to question it, maybe that wasn't enough.
Yeah, she was pick up some more stuff on your way out.
Yeah, which we didn't.
Absolutely not. No. I was going to say the clothing, that's pretty cool too. There's some really weird pieces in there. They're definitely going to get soaked in OxyClean, in a bucket of OxyClean over the next couple days.
They're projects.
They're pretty rough. They were definitely stored, I don't know, in a cardboard box in a shed. I don't know where it was not. Probably. They were not very airtight. But it was exciting. We were happy to go again. This year they started it on Thursday, but we've never actually even done Friday of the Kansas-Oklahoma sale because we enjoy it. We have fun, but we've never seen it worth our time to take off from our actual. Are you petting Frank too? Our dog is at our feet trying to get attention from both of us. He keeps licking my feet.
You're not sidetracked or anything.
I'm not. But so that's really what we have for today. We're kind of a shorter video because I don't really have that much else.
And we didn't even pull what we're shipping because we didn't think about it. But we're shipping a DVD, Ancient Civilizations. It's like a in-class one. We bought a set of them, and we're selling them one by one. We're selling a pair of Lego Harry Potter video games for the PS3. We sold a lot of Atari 2600 games from our big purchase. Oh my gosh.
However long ago.
8 months ago, maybe even longer. They're just slowly trickling out in the bigger lots. And then we sold a cookbook from when we purchased the cookbooks.
Yes.
So yeah, it wasn't that exciting. It's just 4 little items, but after shipping out a couple Guitar Heroes this week, I'm ready for an easy shipper.
And starting next weekend, we are actually getting neighborhood garage sales for our area. They've already started posting them starting next weekend through the end of the month. So we're going to have to write them all down and see what we're going to do, because we do have football starting September 21st. So John will be going out solo. The other ones, but at least we get neighborhood sales next weekend for our last big garage sale weekend.
It's always our favorite.
So that's all we have for today. We're keeping it short and sweet and simple. And we won't put out a video next week, but we'll be back in 2 weeks. And I promise we'll have a lot more to discuss by then, I'm sure. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.